make a motion.
There we go. You can start.
Okay. Okay, so this is the BIA meeting for Tuesday, July 29th. It's a special meeting. It's now 7:30. And we are here tonight to discuss just of utmost importance this coming week or two is the closure of Mill Street. And closure is proposed for Saturday and Sunday for July and August on Mill Street between Elizabeth Street all the way down to the refillery or just in front of the funeral home. And the street would be closing either Friday night or Saturday morning, and it would open again on Sunday, sort of after the stores close for the day. So we're proposing a bit of a budget to go with it because we want to have some communications. And so we're proposing that we do some signs, some that we're able to put on the barriers. And we're also proposing that we put some signs perhaps out on our throughways coming into town, which is on County Road 9 and on Airport Road. So we're proposing we spend about $400 or $500 on those signs because they need to be weatherproof for the entire summer. And in addition, we want to have at least 3 ads in the Creemore Echo to talk to our community and the residents here so that they understand what's happening. So we want to put some ads there. We may have to pay somebody to help us to move the barriers in and out each day. So that might be a part-time person that we offer some money to, between $30, $40 a day to move the barriers. If we can find volunteers, we will accept that. But until
Jason.
we'd like to put some budget. Sorry, Oda?
Jason.
Okay, that might be a good person we could pay. And then the last thing, sorry, I got off track there. What was my last thing? Oh, we add a little bit more because we want to continue with our lavender theme on sort of theming the street closure. So it has a name, open air market, open air shopping and dining, whatever it is. Welcome to Creemore. So we have a very welcoming look, and we use some of the lavender theming and some of the purple and pink colors that we've been using all summer, which ties into the planters and the and the bunch. So we wanted to do it for some graphic design done by an external graphic designer. So all in total, all in, we're proposing a budget of about $2,000 for that's the entire summer for both July and August to be able to close the streets. We have the money in the marketing budget. We also have some leftover, I think, event money that we were holding on to as well. So this is a good value for the entire summer. Sarah, did you have something?
We could draw from reserves if we like reserves, but like money that we have in the bank that isn't new money.
Okay. Do you think we would have to draw from reserves from that? Because we may have to put that in the motion. Because I think we have to make a motion if we draw from reserve.
I don't have the numbers right in front of me right now as to where we're at. And I can't remember because I still have holiday brain, but I don't think we had this amount of money in either the marketing or streetscape budget. I think either way we should plan to draw from money from last, that's sitting in the bank unbudgeted at this point.
Okay.
So I don't know how Caleb can help us with that, but I do think that this should be an additional expenditure over everything we've already planned.
Doug, did you have I'm not sure if you had.
Oh yeah, well, I was going to jump in on something here, but I was waiting till you got through with that thought. But basically, so you want to get going on it? You want to close it for this weekend? I'm not sure. Do we have to pass a bylaw to close that street? Does council have to pass a bylaw?
No. We just
Okay.
approval from the roads department from Clearview Township, and from what I understand, we already have it. This motion would help us to finalize that with Clearview Township so that it wasn't just 2 crazy businesses out there closing the street. It was actually official. But from what I understand, we can go forward as long as we have permission. It's just like you would give us permission, like a permit at an event. It's the same I understand it to be the same idea. Now that's something I would double check with him, but I understand it's the same as like a permit that we would apply for with him. And he's well aware of what we're doing because he met with me and Linda, was it Thursday or Friday? He was nice enough to come in at 8 o'clock in the morning and walk the street with us and go through all the logistics. So we have had some good meetings.
All right. Okay.
All right. Kayla, I'm not sure if you're still listening, if you're still there. We were just mentioning whether we say that we may have to draw the budget from reserves. And this is over and above what we had planned for 2021.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. Yes, I did hear you. And because it's something over and above your budget, I believe this will have to be created as a new item for sure. So we'll just stipulate that it is coming from reserves. Is that correct?
We don't know the wording.
I don't, but I've
right.
been kind of warned against using the word reserve. I mean, we all get it, but somebody warned me against using that word in the past. But whatever you recommend is the proper term, we're happy with.
Oof,
Yeah.
Now you make me nervous, Sarah.
No, it's true.
We can't actually reserves. The IA doesn't have anything called reserve.
Can we
We
say
have money
that-
in the bank.
Can we say that it's coming from like a marketing or an events account? Do you have something like that would help to finance this?
Could we say something like it's coming in addition to this is like additional to our 2021 budget kind of thing? Like this is, how do I say it?
A new line item. Like it's like the whole.
Yeah, this is outside of the 2021 budget that we sort of had approved. And this is sort of in addition to the 2021 budget. I don't know how you, I don't know.
With the total budget of $2,000 as a new line item in the 2021 budget.
Yeah, I think we can say that. Yeah. So we have quorum now. We do with Oda now, right?
Right.
Correct.
So we could now. Was there any other questions, or Oda? Did you have any questions about the street closure that you wanted to bring up?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Are there any itchy bits at all for the people that you talk to?
Yeah, Cindy was not pleased at all in values, I think it's called, right? As far as she's concerned, if we do this, then it will be like killing the town. She doesn't think it's a good idea. She said maybe for one weekend, if there was some sort of special event, but not just for just the way we're planning to do it. So that was noted. Aside from that, everybody I spoke to, that's cute. As to, if the weather was bad, how that would work. And also because they're concerned about if somebody has a larger order or so and they have to pick it up and walk around the corner. That would be an issue. But aside from that, everybody was very enthusiastic about it, actually.
So would you say 75+% of the membership was, well, that to me feels,
I'd say it was higher.
that to me was like
I'd say it was
80,
90% or higher.
Okay, well that makes it quite easy to vote on this then.
Yeah, I think there's some learning that we're going to have to do throughout the next few months. I think this is something we're going to have to figure out.
We love learning.
Linda and I were talking about it too. It's like, I think businesses are going to have to, they've been used to this for the last 2 years, is be really creative. And, maybe if you look at maybe a little wagon or something that people can use to carry out their purchases out to their car. Maybe we hire a student in the future. I don't know, like all kinds of great things we could do to have like a little runner. That if you
wagon idea is super cute.
Yeah, like if you bought a cake or some certain things that you needed, maybe you have a bunch of food from Oda's, maybe you just take a little wagon out to your car or I don't know. So just some thinking.
Could we add a few, I mean, maybe that's premature, but maybe it is nice to think of these things that people might need in advance. We could maybe add to the budget to buy a few wagons, and we could even
I mean,
paint
we
them purple. I mean, I honestly, I know, I'm not even a purple fan, I know, but like, these people, like, I'm grossing myself out, but like, I think the integration really will make the difference.
Yeah. Oda, what do you think about that? Would people want to like use a wagon to carry takeout from your place? You're laughing.
You guys can
I don't think it's necessary, but I think that it's a good gesture, and it's kind of gonna catch the attention. You know, I don't think that there's too much to carry it from me, but plus we have a parking lot on the side. However, it's I think it's a great gesture to kind of show that we care.
I do have a really good wagon here actually, and we use it quite a bit, and I would be willing to, you know, just to start with, to have it, to make it available in case it's necessary, you know.
In a way, I think that's really nice, Linda, but in a way I'd almost rather buy one because there's a good chance somebody will land somewhere, and you know, we just want to not lose your wagon.
Maybe if the friends from Foodland would let us just borrow a cart.
But can we sell maybe the side for advertising, you know, like on the chairs, kind of like some sponsorships?
Or it could just have advertising for Creemore, you know, like whatever we call it, like open air market or open air shopping and dining, you know, Creemore weekends or whatever it is. Like we could have that same kind of, I don't know, maybe there's a poster attached to the back in Core Plus or something. And this is like the delivery, you know, delivered to the car cart or something. So
and we just have one sort of for like each section of the street. And I mean, really what we're looking at, it's the hardware store, it's a 100-mile store. Like there aren't too many stores that would really need it. It is more of like a reminder that this is happening. And also, the gestures. So if people are like, well, I've got so much to carry, how am I going to do this? It's us thinking of the concerns of the consumer before they even know they have the problem, which I always think goes a long way.
So
where do we park it though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where would we park it?
Overnight.
Yeah.
Well, I think that in front of the hardware store, like between you and the hardware store is the obvious spot on that part of the street, because you guys are the ones. And then I think like in front of the florist on the other side would make sense, because you really only need one for each side of the street, right? So that would service each side of the street. Does that make sense? Would that work?
I think
overnight though. So.
Oh, well, I mean, if we can't get the businesses to roll a wagon into their shop overnight or put it up, then we might as well just give up.
I agree, but maybe we could ask Home Hardware to bring it into their shop overnight.
Exactly. Yeah.
And maybe the flower store too. That's just part, like those are both two stores that were super excited because both of them want to use way more sidewalk space. Flower shop too. She was 100%. She wanted to use all the sidewalk space. So I think both of those people would be really willing to, you know, bring them in their stores. We can ask them. I know I don't mind bringing it into any of the stores. I don't care if they're parked inside overnight. That doesn't bother me.
And I don't mind pulling them around into kind of my alleyway either. So, I mean, but only if it's a good idea. Like I'm just riffing, guys. Like if it's a stupid idea, just tell me. I'm happy.
No, I think it's kind of cool, and I think it's kind of cute and cool in the same time. And
okay,
I think it would be received really well, because now then people can actually complain about how we're gonna carry the things around. So I think it's our being proactive. So
yeah. Okay, so how much do you think a wagon costs? Anybody
well, Linda knows she has one. They're expensive.
Well, we brought ours from Switzerland, so it's but it's not a wooden wagon, but it's got one. It's one with really good wheels. So I don't know. It's something
those metal kids wagons, you know, like the ones you pull kids in. Is that crazy? You know, those red ones.
They have them at Lee Valley, or even Home Hardware might have them.
Yeah, so we might have to add some more for wagons. Maybe we put another $500 towards
that. I think that's what it's going to cost. Yeah, they've got something called a Yardworks garden wagon that is metal with big wheels, and it's $160 at Canadian Tire. So I'm certain that Home Hardware would have something similar.
Yeah, certainly we'll look at Home Hardware first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's put $500 towards wagons. We might not spend that much. We might we might. It depends the price and what we can do.
And
And
if
and if we could, spray paint in lavender, it would be kind of cute. It would kind of match the theme. Maybe we could put one of the core plus little posters on it that matches the road barriers, zip tie it on somehow, or screw it on maybe even. And that would be really cute. Okay, so now we're up to 2,500, Kayla, for our budget. Thank you for that addition. I think that is good. Anybody have any other concerns or questions? We decide the motion to the table.
we're very confident that we'll be able to fund the staffing, whether it's paid or through the municipality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Linda had a great idea in one of our meetings. Linda, I hope you don't mind if I say this, but you were sort of saying if we had a calendar and we assigned every business one weekend where they were responsible. So, I would be responsible and you and Linda, everyone says, okay, this weekend it's me. I'm going to bring them out, or I'm going to ask, maybe some of my staff.
Find somebody to do it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ideally that would be the best solution. But I know not everybody's open on a Sunday, and I think there's so that's why I'm thinking Saturday mornings, a lot of us are here already working. Sunday night are gone. There's some stores that aren't open very late on Sundays. So that's why I was thinking, even if we paid someone for Sunday night to bring them in, and then maybe if the interns are setting them up on Saturday morning, if we can get Amanda's team to help us, that would be wonderful. If they're already setting up tents down at the end at the brewery, maybe we could sort of convince them to spend another half hour here just setting up the barriers. That would be such a huge help for us.
But we'll sort it out. You feel confident. Yeah.
I think we'll find a solution. It just might take a couple days. Okay. Kayla, are you able to sort of let us know what you've got in the motion that you've been kind of
Yeah, here it is. Hopefully you can hear me. Be it resolved that the Creemore Business Improvement Association Board hereby approve to apply for street closures to facilitate open air market on weekends in July and August with a total budget of $2,500 as a new line item in the 2021 budget.
Is open air is that an accurate reflection of what we're doing, Linda and Lori?
Why don't we say like a pedestrian, we'll make it really obvious. This might not be our branding, but we'll just say like a pedestrian zone.
And what about ensuring that, the bikes too? I mean, really, it's a car-free zone is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a motor-free zone is what we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
A promenade,
motor-free
or is
zone
that still
encourages.
too event-like?
Well, why don't we say very obviously, that a road closure that encourages, bicycles and pedestrians.
Yeah.
That's basically all there is. I mean, we're not going to list off skateboarders and stuff, but they're welcome.
I will update that then.
As long as it doesn't have a motor. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have a motor. Whoever said that.
Rocky,
Okay.
Rocky, let me clean you.
All right. So are we ready to vote? Can you Kayla, I think she's in and out of internet tonight, so I think that's what's happening.
I know, it's
Zoning in and
terrible.
out for her. So
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
back.
don't worry. We can hear it.
Okay.
We know. So would you be able to do that over again before we vote?
Okay. Hereby approve to apply for street closures that promote foot and cyclist traffic on weekends in July and August with a total budget of $2,500 as a new line item in the 2021 budget.
I think that's good. Does anyone have any changes they'd like to make in the motion?
I think I don't want to make this too complicated, but I do think that it would be nice if people actually read this motion for them to see the intent is around businesses to be a little bit more active on the street. So create space for businesses to use sidewalks and streets or something, you know, I think maybe that would really communicate that the goal too, about like safe passage and use of public space for businesses, so that we know that we're gonna have the street.
How about to facilitate social distanced shopping?
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Awesome.
Do we have to say the location of it in there?
Oh, maybe.
No, it'll be on your application,
Okay.
and it is in the minutes.
Okay.
And what about washrooms? Washrooms are okay for that?
We have the
Public
washrooms
washroom.
in the bag. The washrooms are great.
They're inside the zone, the washrooms almost. Okay. So is everyone comfortable to go ahead and put this motion then to a vote?
Yep.
Everyone's ready? Okay,
Sure.
so all in favor of the motion as Kayla just read it? Who's in favor? I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Did you want me to read it one more time?
Maybe.
So be
We're
it
just putting the
resolved,
motion forward, right?
Oh, that's it. Sorry.
here's your final motion.
Boy,
Hereby approved to apply for street closures to facilitate socially distanced shopping in the BIA area on weekends in July and August with a total budget of $2,500 as a new line item in the 2021 budget.
okay.
Great.
Linda,
Linda.
do we have somebody to-
Blame it on the new girl.
do we have somebody to second the motion?
I'm gonna second it, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like totally zoning out there. It's so hot in here. I don't have air conditioning. It's like 29 degrees up here. I'm like sweating. So all in favor? Okay, so motion. Thank you. There's nobody else, so that's motion carried. And that sort of concludes really what we were here to talk about tonight, and so that we can go forward with the township and with the spending of the budget so that we can get the wheels in motion to make this happen. Thank you everyone for your comments and your ideas. And if you have more comments and ideas, we're obviously always, Linda and I are always really, really welcoming of ideas so we can move.
Will do.
Yeah. Oh, did you have a question? I saw you, I wasn't sure if you were waving. You just figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone. I'll let you go because it's a hot night and everybody is probably anxious to get on. So thank you for your extra time on a special meeting, but I'm super excited to have this going forward. And I think it's something new for Creemore and we'll see how it goes.